Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gamebreakers. I'm here with the Gamebreakers crew. I got Will and Thomas and Allison, and we are playing Dungeons and Dragons in the 5th edition. We are in the module Tomb of Annihilation, and where we last left our heroes deep in the dungeon. You should go back and check out those earlier episodes and see where it's been at. And for now, we're gonna jump right in. So we have Alex seated in the armillary sphere. You have discovered several things. And so I guess we'll ask Alex, do you continue through the other orientations, or are you done with this ride?
Well, she opened it up and she tells everybody, hey, yeah, so, about what happened with the gas and the boon. But I'm thinking until we got the sun thing open, we keep trying it, right? So I'll keep doing it for a bit, and then if I start running out of hit points, then somebody else can take a turn. Anybody got a different idea?
Can we just break into the sun? Is that Roken? Is that something you can just crack open?
I didn't see any immediate way to do that.
Would be faster, and it would avoid all the potential side adventures on the way. Well, we could just try to smash it, just do a bunch of damage to it. I mean, presumably, as long as we're not using like fire or something, we're not going to damage the gold, right?
I mean, yeah. What was on the outer? What was the outer coat? Remind me. Anyone?
So we're examining the sun sphere.
Yeah,
Copy
like
that. Yeah.
What is it made out of? I guess is what my question.
So we had done some investigation earlier and determined there was not any traps, but it's metallic as far as like determining what kind of metal it might require some kind of expertise, or at least know that think it's pretty hard. It's a hard metal.
Got it. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we could. Yeah, I think breaking it open like a. It's like Pinata wouldn't be the world, and it's anachronistic.
An egg.
Break it open like an egg. Crack it.
All right, who's doing what? Roken?
So I'm gonna take some chalk and mark a spot on the thing and on the sun's surface, and what I propose is that I shoot a bunch of firebolts at it, and then I shoot a ray of frost at it to this the hot cold, and then somebody else strike it. What do you think of that?
Nice.
Already in action. You let me know when to let it fly.
All right. Do I need to roll to hit? Is it?
If it's an attack check, then yeah, give me an attack.
All right. I'm gonna do 3 initially. Fire bolts. 23, 13, 26.
All right, your 23 and 26 land. It seems that the lower one, the 13, seems to be kind of like a glance and didn't quite line up well enough to be absorbed into the spot and is dispersed off to the side.
So 10 damage. And then I'm going to do the same thing. Oh, no, that's the wrong roll. Oh, but I needed to do it twice anyway. So, yeah, 17 on the next one. And then 26 to hit with the Ray of Frost right after.
Okay. So with your 26 Ray of Frost, that's a hit.
Pretty sure it's the same damage. Nope, D8s. Oh no, my numlock went off. Okay, that was why. 8 damage.
All right. And with your multiple attacks, you see the metal heat and start to disshape, change shape a little bit, and your Ray of Frost causes it to like fracture and pull, and it spills apart, and gold shiny coins spill out.
Yay! It worked.
Hey,
And at the end of your
Catching it in the
round,
bag.
there is a burst of lightning that shoots out from the various tracks and strikes everyone within 20 feet.
Worth it.
Lightning damage.
how much?
18 lightning.
Is there a save?
There is not a save.
All right.
Not for this one. That does include Chippy there.
Worth it.
And let's see. With that, there is not any particular precious, minerals and gems within your treasure sense. You got the shinies.
Yeah. We got it. We got him, boys.
And of course, Alex recognizes there's still a number of other permutations this could go through. Assuming one of them was, the sun.
Yeah, let's not dawdle here too long unless this is how we want to spend the next 4 hours, but I think we can make better progress than that.
Yeah, based on timing and also based on the fact that statistically so far we're basically at a net zero. I mean, everything that happened from this device, also bad things happened that I would say were kind of equal, and I don't know if we want to continue in that vein.
Yeah, there's that too, for sure.
Yeah, I'm in on that logic. Tempt fate.
So
I think we should. I think we should try to silently scout down the stairs, and then and not engage.
Can I ride with you? Says Lakanu. Out on the balcony.
How quiet can you be?
I mean, across the room. That
Oh,
balcony
yeah.
high.
Yeah, no problem. We'll ferry. I'll help ferry people over as needed.
Alex says, "Hey, Wayne, before you go, can I get one of those healing potions, please?"
Yeah, I have one more superior, or I have two more superior left. Go ahead.
Thank you. And Roken, you said, was that 6 or 4? How many
8. 8d4 plus 8.
Thank you.
Oh, well, before I think further through, I'm going to check in with the survivors going out on the sending stone with Azaka.
Okay.
Hey, checking in. Any trouble? We've cleared the, what are we on, 5th level? 5th level. Waiting on you.
Should we come down? Yeah.
Well, she was going to take the folks, to like escort the folks that were leaving out to the open door and then come back down to rejoin, right?
That was the task, yeah.
Okay.
And, you spend a few minutes in the armillary sphere. And, her reply is, we're taking the staircase up. Haven't had any trouble so far.
And she had followed us as far as where? The control room? Was she like, she was here until not very long ago, right?
She was on the 4th level with the other.
Oh, she stayed there.
And she was staying guard over the maintenance stairs in
Okay.
the secret passage. That's also where Kesma was. To help look over the people.
Yeah.
So they are on their way up. So are we going to wait for a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes? What's the plan? Going to do a quick reconnoiter.
Well, the other time constraint is that these berserkers are going to go away at some point, right?
That's also my consideration. But if we get into unintended combat, we can say get them, boys. And if in 20 more minutes or so they haven't done anything, we just have them use their last 15 minutes to go fuck up Wither. Hey, there's an office with a nerd in it. Go fuck him up. Don't look at the mirror.
You guys have an option for blind rage?
Right? Hey, yeah, they're reckless. They can go in blindfolded and it's just a regular attack. So I think, yeah, maybe Roken and I very slowly and quietly check whatever is just immediately in the immediate area down the stairs, and kind of like get a lay of the land for the next thing. We hold back and wait. We'll have the lunatic go and head all the way down and wait at the bottom of the stairs for Azaka, so he can show her the like squeezy path through the tunnel. That way we don't have to switch any gears.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody else wait with the berserkers until we sound an alarm or an all clear. Go, got plenty of time. We'll go real slow. Actually, going real slow works in our favor.
All right, so marching order. Who's in front?
Wayne, you have true sight, right?
No.
Oh, well, Alex,
Okay.
Alex's flaw is she cannot stick to a plan. So she says, okay, I understand the plan, turns invisible and stealthily goes down the hall, down the stairwell. She did roll a natural 20, plus 10, so it's a modified 30. I have a feeling that, I don't know, maybe she would whisper as she goes by, because she's not trying to hide from you. But that's her god's flaw. She cannot stick to a plan, so sorry.
That's all right. Rack up your inspiration. That's what it's for. Other than that marching order, Wayne never goes in front of Roken in a dungeon. Almost never.
All
Mostly
right,
never.
so we're gonna get some
Onward.
checks, and then I'll take that investigative. Broken leading the way.
Ooh, I got a nat 20, baby. 29.
How to hide?
That's on the stealth, and then I'll do it.
Is Alex coming down too?
In.
Alex rolled the nat 20 earlier.
She rolled a nat 20. She has a modification of 10, and she is invisible.
Love it.
So I got a total of 17 because Wayne's dice rolls.
I got a 21 because I'm better than this dice roll.
Right,
Alright.
less than my passive stealth, but it is still negative or disadvantage to spot me. So
All right, so several of you head down the stairs quietly while those above wait. And I think I got a stealth out of Roken. This 21 is investigate.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a couple of things that come to your attention as you come down here. This room is lit below. The staircase descends into a room which is about 20 feet tall. Has a little bit wider, a little bit longer. But what is there's no traps on the stairs. But the other thing that catches your attention is the green smoke that is billowing out across the floor, which by the time you get to the bottom of the stairs can see comes from a cauldron across the room. A bronze cauldron. Sorry, the middle of the room here. You do see some rocking chairs, workbenches, various stuff. Looks like project in the middle of projecting. A spinning wheel and a cage. And there's somebody that's in the cage.
Can I see any details on like the kind of person or creature this is?
already in action.
You're pretty sure it's Chippy.
Wasn't he just
What?
with us?
Chippy is right there. Like I'm only halfway down the stairs. I can see Chippy on both ends.
You look back and look up at Chippy looking down the stairs like, what's up?
What did you do?
But there's also a Chippy that seems to be like sitting and, eyes closed, head against the side of the cage.
Hey, Chippy, did you cast like just quietly up the stairs? Hey, Chippy, did you cast like a copying spell of yourself anytime ever? No
No.
reason. Yeah, just checking. No reason. Go ahead and stay up there. You're good. You're good. Everything's fine.
Now, the far end of the room is kind of hazy and hard to make out, but if you were to approach, you could see better.
Does this gas seem poisonous?
It's doesn't seem to give. I mean, you don't feel ill approaching it. There are some, at the base of the stairs here. You also see some figures in the room. They're small. And they walk to the stairs. Any response here as these figures approach through the mist?
Do they look like they're evil?
Why don't you give me a good perception check here and see what you can figure out
Or
about these figures.
or armed. I'm also happy to make the check.
I got a
Seems
30.
to walk slowly, and as they approach, it seems to be toy figures. A tiny construct. And these three tiny figures waddle their way towards you. A straw doll with rusty pins. A faceless child doll made of clay. And what looks like a stuffed monkey with a lower body of a unicycle.
And they're not polymorphed
What you are seeing
when they
here,
hit 30 feet.
your witch site doesn't give you any sort of additional information about them.
Ah.
But they approach, and as they approach, the straw doll steps forward first and kind of leans towards Roken. You should run away. The sisters will be back any moment. You don't want them to catch you.
Thanks for the heads up. Who are you?
We've been here for some time.
Do you want help out?
I'm Straw Bundle, or at least I am now. I can't really remember who I used to be.
Do you need to breathe air?
No.
I mean, if you want, you could just hop in our bag of holding, and then we'll let you know when you're out. What's going on in here?
The sisters told us we shouldn't leave. We would get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble.
Oh, I don't. I'll worry about the sisters. Don't you worry about that.
I'm gonna fly up to the top, or on the ceiling, and just fly to the center of the room and get a look and see if they're alone. And then, assuming so, can you tell me more about the sisters?
As you come through the room, the haze that covered the far wall is not as thick, and you can make out the features of the far wall with a very large green door, quite decorative. This 12-foot high, 10-foot wide door looks to be made of a green stone, and its surface seems to be carved with grinning goblin skeletons. There's a belt of smooth stone that runs across the center from side to side, and it's set with 5 golden symbols all lined up: triangle, square, pentagon, hexagon, octagon.
Well, shit. We're. Hmm.
So that's what you see given the scene. And your question about the sisters. Uh, the bundle of straw doll steps closer to you and speaks to Wayne now, looking up to you. We do want to leave. We don't want to be here anymore. And if you can get us out, that would be so wonderful. Please help us. And the
Is
other figures approached and they nod. The other ones don't seem to speak.
is there any curse or danger from just picking you up and taking you away?
There's not any magic that I know of, but the Sun Sisters are 3 night hags.
Okay.
Yeah, we've
I'm
known a
not
few.
afraid to say their name. When I say their name, they hear me.
Get it.
And the straw bundle continues. And beyond there is the nursery. That's where the, the sisters take care of something.
What is it?
I don't know what it is. I'm not allowed to go in there.
Do you know if the soulmonger is in there?
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
They don't tell us what they're doing.
But it's a real big project.
But they do spend a lot of time talking with the prisoner. And steps up to the cage with seems to be a rather tired looking Chippy as she approaches. She rattles the door on the cage. Hey, wake up. There's people here that might help. And the figure opens its eyes and sits up and, well, if I were to look to our Chippy, and let's put you in a place that says Chippy woke up in a cage without any of his things. And you've been here for a couple of days, and they ask you questions. They ask you questions about Broken and about Wayne and Alex and other members of your entourage. And they did more than just ask questions. They made you answer those questions with magic and threats and all sorts of other unpleasantness that got you to talk about your adventures so far. And looking at that Chippy in the cage, seeing your team here to rescue you, what does Chippy say?
Do we mean, are we talking about what does the one in the cage say or the one in the stairs?
What does the one in the cage say now being woken up? Chippy's
Does
been in a cage for a couple of days now, answering questions about your compatriots.
does the one in the cage have, you said just woke up here, so I'm presuming doesn't know anything about what the party's been up to or the fact that there is actually another Chippy or any of that, right? Does this Chippy have the god Moa in him?
Knows about it, but no, does not have
Okay,
the power.
so this
Moa
whole
knows,
time,
and you know that Moa no longer speaks to you.
okay, well, Moa's flaw is that Moa can only tell the truth or virtue, whatever you want to call it. So what that means is that this Chippy actually could be lying. So could have lied when magic wasn't, could have tried to lie at least. So I think that
They got you to spill the beans.
So he may have tried to see this as a game for a while, but then clearly he's lost and they're cheating and that's not fair. So he's kind of pissed off and tired. Has he been able, he would have tried to cast some spells, anti-magic, something. He was not able to free himself, obviously. Hey, hey guys, how you doing?
Are you what? Who's this then? Looking at other Chippy.
I ready in action.
I've been here a couple days and they've been forcing me to answer some questions about you guys, and I wasn't able to resist through magical means or whatever.
Ugh.
So, yeah, you didn't notice I was gone or what?
Well, pointing to the other guy, right? Who is this?
And, clearly the room's not dangerous and there's conversation happening. And now it's asking Chippy. So, Chippy, do you go downstairs and check it out?
Yeah, he's gonna
someone else down there, but it's you.
He's gonna turn visible and come down the stairs most of the way. He's still nervous about the gas.
Okay.
Oh, wait. So there's two of us. Interesting. Okay.
Hmm.
The Chippy on the stairs says, "What was Danuthib's favorite color?" The one in the cage says, "She was colorblind."
Knows that answer. Right. You know that answer. That's you, of course.
Wayne got a 9 on his insight check, and he knows that doppelgangers and other shapeshifters can read minds. So he's still got his action ready.
Now, Chippy knows that while you've been in this cage, we'll say prisoner. While prisoner Chippy has been in the cage for a few days, there's times when you've been let out, and you know that, they use a key, and that's the lock, and it's right there. And Roken's really good with them locks. So you're kind of wondering why your team's like they're here to rescue you, but you're still in the cage.
Oh, hey, Roken, key right there for this lock, please.
Yeah. Okay. But can I size up the Chippy that's been with us?
Indeed.
Let's see. What's my insight?
Assuming that Chippy stands within the cage, ready to get out, and making an insight.
Well, no, yeah, I'm talking about the Rokin or the Chippy that's been with us.
Okay.
So that would be a 21.
Gotcha. And upon seeing a prisoner of yourself downstairs, and Broken looks to you, how are you feeling at the moment?
Really kind of fascinated to the point of almost not being able to really think or do anything else because this doesn't. All right, so I don't know of any temporal spells where you can make a temporal duplicate like exactly from a moment 2 days back. Um, this has got to be some magic he doesn't know, and that means he has to learn this magic. This is awesome. I mean, what? Okay. Um, okay, I think he's going to start with an Arcana check. He's just going to be like really trying to like figure out what is going on here. He's really fascinated by this. Doesn't really care about the present situation in the room. Um, Seeing everyone looking at him, he goes, "Oh yeah, it's me. I'm fine. Don't worry about it." But then like goes back to like muttering to himself, like, "Okay, now hold on." Alex is going to fly over to him and say, "Hey, Chippy, everybody's kind of nervous. Can you pay attention?"
I feel like that makes you less like the real Chippy.
Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. I mean, it does appear to be me. Hold on, I can do detect thoughts and like really dig in there. But then how would you know that I'm me? Can any of you cast detect thoughts? Alex can once a day, but she's used it already.
I can't.
I mean, I can from up the stairs. Tim.
Oh yeah, great, Tim. Yeah, because that way you know it doesn't matter if one of us was lying. We trust you. Great. I mean, since you're here, do you want to do me first, or do you want to do the other one?
Well, I'll come down the stairs and take a look at you.
And Chippy will not resist. So when you do the deeper dive, he's going to automatically fail the save.
Okay, something looms large in your mind. So what's your large loom?
Well, I just rolled 28 on Arcana, so he excitedly thinks he may have an idea how this was done.
Yeah, 20 is pretty solid. Okay, so as he reads over your mind, and you kind of it's there. It's like interesting. All right, that's Chippy. And steps down to Chippy, who was seated. I assume stands. Broken. Are you going to open the door?
Yeah,
Wait, which door?
the cage.
Oh, okay. And I was going to call the little dolls up to me and ask them while the chippies are doing the mind, or like while we're doing the mind reading sit, to like, hey, do you know what's going on there? Just to see if we have matching, right? Because even thoughts can get messed with, but so can they.
They wheel their ways over to you and kind of like stand around you. I know that they come and ask him questions. I don't know. They use magic.
I mean, but do you know how the prisoner got here? How that rabbit named Chippy at Horungen?
they brought him, and down the stairs you came down. And
he didn't have anything when they brought him?
Yeah, he wasn't wearing any clothes.
Okay.
He doesn't look so good. And he uses another detect thoughts. I guess we'll go ahead and move Rook into the cage there. Give me that check to open.
We're going up here now, right?
Here.
Oh.
Blue. Yeah. The cage has
Right.
the east side opening. Give me that.
Yeah.
This
So I use the key, right?
Chippy was pointing at the lock.
Oh, I
Not
thought
a
there was
key.
a key. Yeah, I will pick at it. Is it trapped? Let me roll investigation. 23.
Seems to be a mundane lock. Doesn't have any mechanical traps or any other
Wahaha.
telltale sigil signs of magic shenanigans.
All right. Thieves' tools, roll. I'm proficient in that, I believe. Yeah, so I got 21.
That totally gives you the open. And as the cage opens, the figure inside, Chippy, you're now.
Wait, I have a sound bite.
Nice. So Chippy is now free. Chippy, do you come down the stairs?
All right, now you two. Kiss.
The one on the stairs is still nervous about the gas, but in terms of the duplication, does he have any idea how this might have been done?
There are some kinds of spells that could be used, but you're not sure how this was done particularly. You know, there's like clone or simulacrum, but that doesn't really.
And also, no tattoos, right?
No tattoos.
The one in the cage.
Magic items.
So Chippy, having been set free from the cage, Tim steps over and it's like, well, they seem the same to me.
Does the one that was in the cage have all his spell slots? I mean, he's been there for 2 days basically resting, right? He probably the first day would have cast as many spells as he could trying to get out, but
You don't, just as the gods don't speak to you, you can't access the weave.
oh, okay. So no spells. Huh.
But you remember how to cast spells. You just can't. Okay.
Wow.
All right, well, Chippy 1, Chippy 2, let's just keep going. We'll see where this takes us. Maybe it'll wear off or something.
The Chippy on the stairs says, hey, Wayne or Roken, I mean, I'm pretty low on spell slots, but I could do a 6th level to give you true sight for an hour. All it would do is confirm whether this being actually is what it appears to be. wouldn't really give us that much information. I mean, in the next hour, you might arguably spot there might be some other use for it, but it's a pretty high level spell slot for. You want to do it?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I don't know how else we'll tell the difference or know what's going on.
Well, so I can tell you now there's no polymorph. And we haven't have we detected magic? There's no illusion or anything, right?
I don't have
Doesn't
detect
seem-
magic.
Tim has that, right?
Yeah, he doesn't have any magic on him.
Okay.
No auras.
I mean, I don't think it's bad for Roken to have true sight. I just don't know that that's gonna solve the problem we're trying to make it solve.
And as
Yeah.
he kind of walks around, he's like, "Wait a minute, Chippy, come here."
Telling you, they got a kiss. That's the only way it's gonna work.
Which one is Tim talking to?
New Chippy, old Chippy, fresh Chippy, vintage Chippy,
He looks up the stairs like, "Come here." He kind of
Chippy
steps
classic.
back. He's like, "Why don't you stand next to each other?" And yes, you can control them both.
The one in the stairs says, "Nah, you got to come over here. I don't trust that gas."
All right. Oh yeah, look at that. This one's the one in the cage is shorter. And he's kind of frail looking too. Like, yeah, I mean, Chippy was never a strong guy, but this one looks like.
Are they like making dolls? Looking at the other creatures or constructs, whatever.
Oh look,
Alex,
his ear is bent and crinkled sideways. Kind of like
Alex,
taps at it. It's immobile.
Alex gets excited and starts minutely examining. I'm gonna say new Chippy, and her perception, she gets a nat 20 plus 10.
Yeah, 30 is pretty solid. All right, so what
Hey,
you
let me prick
see
your finger. I
is
want to see if you bleed or if you've just got like sawdust.
what you see here is that this is shorter and scrawnier and deformed. Like you see some of its toes are fused together. And
It's AI, Chippy.
this looks like an imperfect copy.
AI Chippy is so good. That's
It doesn't.
Well,
It's Chippy GPT. There's got to be some other good puns there.
Chippy TT. Yeah.
okay.
So Chippy GPT looks around. Is there anything sharp immediately evident? I mean, does Tim have like claws or
I
a
mean,
sword out or anything?
you got weapons.
Does anybody have one out yet? Chippy on the stairs normally doesn't carry any. He doesn't carry his rapier out usually.
I mean, I've had an arrow knocked the whole time. That's
I mean, Tim carries a staff.
Um, so Chippy GPT. That's a little clunky. I need a different nickname. New Chippy
C2.
is gonna walk over to Roken and say, "Will you do the honors?" and like hold out his palm so she can cut him and see if he bleeds. I'm curious now. I don't know if I bleed or not. What am I?
I prick your finger with one of my non-poisonous daggers.
Okay. go ahead and roll your dagger damage there.
Oh.
What does that look like?
And he's dead.
Let's see. What is my dagger just by itself? My least pointy dagger. Oh no, that's wrong. I'm sorry. I mistyped.
That's a lot.
Ooh, 7 damage.
All right.
You can choose not to apply your stat modifier if you want
Oh.
if you want to lower your damage.
Yeah. Then just 2.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, right, appropriately, yeah. Controlled scenario here. So you give him like try to do like a cut along the hand arm there, and like it bleeds a lot.
Oh, he's a bleeder. Oh God,
He's a bleeder.
it is
There's
Chippy.
like a
That's
squirt. There's a squirt or two, and man, Chippy, you are not. Chippy 2 is not feeling good.
Does he deflate like a balloon?
I mean, not entirely.
Alex is going to use a healing word tattoo to just cap him, give him a couple points. So I'll roll that.
All right. Yeah, he didn't look well when you pulled him out.
So I think it's D4 plus 1, so it's 2.
Okay. Gains 2. And the healing word is restorative. You feel completely healed.
so level 0 Chippy. He got like 3 or 4 hit points. Apparently. Hey, new Chippy. What's the last thing you remember before you got separated from the crew?
Well, you woke up in the cage just now. You've been here for a few days. But you recount the story, and we'll go ahead and spend, 5 minutes of Chippy's storytelling, talking about the adventure and leaving Port Nyanzaru and going through the jungles.
Nope, fast forward. Nope, fast forward. Nope, fast forward. Nope, fast forward. Nope,
Down the stairs in this room.
nope, rewind just a scotch.
And of course, there's other Chippy there to be like, but wait, what about this? And the short answer is that prisoner Chippy seems to be completely current. Like there wasn't a separation or a divergent path. Seems fully knowledgeable, including like the armillary sphere upstairs.
Really? Wow.
So you're experiencing and remembering both instances of yourself?
Well, it's not like you're both holding like different clocks or something.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've seen a sundial or the sun.
Kiss.
So I think that hey, classic Chippy, come here, come right over here for just a second. Let me try something.
Okay.
And I'm just going to whisper the word never mind very quietly into your ear. And I'm going to look at, hey, new Chippy. Did you catch that?
Yes.
What was it?
You were there when he whispered "never mind" in your ear.
I'm still there.
Also,
That
you
there is
also-
here.
but you
Then was now. Chip. Okay. Okay. So I think I have.
Was that then or is that now?
Now is then. It's all. It's a snake eating itself. I don't know. Ask a priest. Uh, s- um, new Chippy. I think the night hags made you to spy on us.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like the like the little artifact critters that are running around and they don't know where their intelligence or whatever came from. I'm just something like that. For somehow they have the thoughts connected, some sort of telepathy attached to this particular. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
So
that's the tell.
clearly, I mean, this is new Chippy talking. Um, Old Chippy looks kind of uncomfortable, but they both look like they had kind of the same idea. The new one says, so clearly in this situation, the obvious answer is I have to be a martyr.
No,
Right?
no, I think we can use this to our advantage. First, classic Chippy, new Chippy. Can you switch places real quick? Just want to see if it works both ways.
Wait, I don't get a suicide vest? New Chippy looks really frustrated as he walks away.
I value life, and you are still alive, sentient, and presumably have a soul. So no, you don't get to suicide vest especially while there's a soulmonger.
So the shorter, scrawnier, deformed Chippy, prisoner Chippy, comes over. He's like, okay.
It's very quiet, like super whisper. 10 gold pieces. Classic Chippy. Did you get that? Okay. One-way communication. If we get new Chippy out the door, new Chippy can find our allies and report moment by moment what's up.
Yeah.
Won't go both ways, but there will at least be a moment by moment account from here on out of what's up. Could that, like new Chippy, is that something you could do? You feel cool with that?
New Chippy looks excited and he sort of leans toward Wayne and says conspiratorially, but of course, if I see Valindra, boom.
No. Because you can't boom. You don't, there's no boom. There's no, you're.
Okay. What kind of poison works on a lich?
It's called Jade Water, and I have a bunch, but no, you are not a combatant. You are a communications officer.
Okay.
Your job is messaging, not engaging.
Now,
And I
prisoner
know
Chippy has a slightly
that if
different
this is still
experience.
Chippy, it doesn't matter. Like I'm gonna say, like this is the smart idea, and under no circumstances should you do the dumb thing. And I know that at the first opportunity.
Well, now is the dumb thing fun? Because I mean, this communication thing that sounds kind of fun.
Death
I'll
is
go with
not fun.
that.
Death is not fun, and especially while the soulmonger is active. So, yeah,
Yeah.
the fun thing is sneak away.
I mean,
Uh,
am I really
I
alive though?
yes, you just bled on the floor. You have sapient thoughts. We detected them.
The difference that we would probably have here is that prisoner Chippy is experiencing both. That seems to be the difference.
That's well within within Wayne's sphere of like shit that you might just come across in the world sometimes. I made a promise to the moon when I was a child that gives me archery superpowers. Like I'm just saying, like it's a wide world out there. I do not discount that you are a being worthy of dignity and etc.
Classic Chippy starts digging through his one of his bags, and as new Chippy takes on the yes, okay, great, all right, I'm gonna stop and say hi to Azaka on the way out, but after that, got it. Right to our allies, and hopefully sneak past the gargoyles.
So after the story of this and that and all the other 10 minutes or so sitting here, Zaka and Kesma show up.
Excellent. All right, so hey, welcome. You're just in time. We just resolved one issue. We have a few others. New Chippy, here's a potion of invincibility and a potion of invisibility, and you take those now and bolt. They'll last an hour.
Classic Chippy gives him a deck of cards too, just so you don't get bored, and then he takes off.
Yeah, thanks, Chippy. Boredom's my problem. Great. That's all right. Godspeed. Poor guy.
So are we supposed to leave with him? Or is he going through
No.
the green door?
Why? Well, we hadn't gotten that far. Open suggestion.
Can we just send all the berserkers into each door one after another?
Yeah, I was going to ask about these other doors at some point, but we haven't really checked.
Made a conversation as the room became visible. I mean, there's more detail here to the room, but the conversation seemed to be very interested in the prisoner for some time. And with that, there is the I'll make sure I list it out here for you. Just a moment. This upper stairway here has these series of doors, which are not on the lower level, but as you take these stairs up or fly up, you come to this upper balcony that seems to have these doors set within it.
Very aware that I'm in an area that has not been inspected for traps.
One has
I'm going to go ahead and float back over.
And as you look around the room, it seems to be corresponding to the 5 shapes of the seals on the door, as well as the carved skeleton heads you've collected, like the skulls.
And we've got 5, right? That's the skulls we have 5 of. Okay, so we've got looks like a complete set. So, what do we know about night hags? And I'll kind of like include the dolls in we, because y'all are on the team now.
So some history and arcana could give some insight. Yeah, but you do also have the dolls. that are willing to, that are still talking. If you're interested in going through the gate, they need a key. It's a skull. And it's part of a skeleton. They walk around on the upper floors.
Yeah, we got those.
The key, and as Straw Bundle, moves down the stairs and goes to the door and points upward, since they are very small. These things are where the key would go, but it has the cover in the way. There's something in the rooms that opens the cover, and then you can use the keys on the gate.
And each door has a shape on it that I assume corresponds.
That makes sense, I think. Yeah, triangles go with triangles, right? I remember that in school.
Oh,
I miss school.
shit. How often are the hags here?
They're here every day.
Do you know where they are now?
No, they went up the stairs. The ones you came down.
Hmm.
Does anybody else visit?
Other than the other rabbit friend.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No skeleton-y fellows, no.
Well, yeah, there's skeletons. Their heads go over here.
Oh, and they come around sometimes. Okay. But no, like, talking skeletons. Withers or a Sararak or...
No. No other visitors. It goes to the stairs. The other two follow. We've tried going up the stairs over and over again, but it's like I can't. I try walking and it just stops moving.
Oh,
Hmm.
But the sisters have carried me out before.
Yeah,
I've
hop in
seen
our. Oh,
stairs.
if you hop in our bag of holding, I'm sure you'll be fine. It's like another little dimension in there.
You're gonna take us with you?
Yeah.
They approach Roken. Okay. And they hold their hands up. Uppies.
Pop into the bag of holding.
24 insight check. They seem sincere.
There doesn't seem to be any deception. They don't seem to have a hidden or ulterior motive, at least that you're able to discern. Now, they don't really have the same facial features. One of them has none, but you know. seem good enough kids.
Well, now they're in my. I will also. I'll hand them a pack of cards. Here, keep yourself entertained.
Hand them a what?
Pack of cards. Yeah, I think I'm giving it an echo, Thomas.
Okay, cards. And they take the cards and pull them out. This is cool. And they sit down and start playing with them.
All right, it's not a. If you don't have to breathe, it's not a bad place to be, I suppose.
I used to breathe.
Well, maybe
Not
you
anymore.
will again someday. We'll see. First, we gotta get out of here.
And the kids resume playing with the cards. And the Kanu steps forward. Okay, so the skeletons. I saw you get the octagon. You have more? Do you have more?
Yes, we have all 5.
Okay.
And I'll look at I'm torn on how far to go before we rest. Do we try and get these things open? Right? My concern is that at any point when we are tired, wounded, or our guard is dropped, Valindra is going to swoop in and try and take the keys.
Or the hags. Or somebody else big.
Yeah, we know the hags will be around at some point. And I mean, they're not in my special wheelhouse, but I don't know. Night hags, I hear, are tough. I don't know enough about them to be well prepared against them.
My guess would be that 3 night hags is probably an easier battle than 1 Valindra.
Yeah.
But other possibilities too. But I think your point stands. Whoever it is, we get surprised by somebody tougher than we're expecting while we're busy mopping up small things. Yeah.
What if we push that fight now? Do we feel up for that? I mean, you've got a 6th level banger left, and then cantrips and your rapier. I've got mostly a full quiver. Roken, you have way more
Mostly low
stamina
on
than the rest of
spells.
us.
But yeah, I'm not super reliant on my spells.
And with Tim and the Berserkers,
I think I think if I translate that, the party should really be fine as long as Chippy stays in his lane. Is that what I heard?
no, I mean, get creative with what you got. Scrolls, tattoos, anything, whatever's handy. The kid
You
said,
are not a tank.
right? There's so one of the straw bundle, I think it was, said that she didn't want to say their names or it would get their attention. What if we get their attention? I mean, we're as tough now as we've ever been. We've only had the berserkers for a half hour, and hey, can I call into Roken's bag of holding? Hey, how long ago they leave? A couple hours, you said.
Yep, couple hours.
Okay, so they don't know we have berserkers. They were using the mental link with New Chippy. So we have something they don't know we have. Or what if we just call them out in their house?
I mean, we have these nice battlements to fire projectiles from.
Yeah, I mean, if we set it up, give us our best advantage. I'd rather pick the fight than that. I mean, okay, so thanks to Papazotl, I can't be surprised, but that's just a technicality. I still don't want to get surprised. I don't want to have to rely on the godlike ability of not getting surprised. I'd rather just not get surprised. Is that hey, little guys, does that sound like a plan? Like if we called them out, would they like and just started peeing on their furniture? No, they're hags. They'd be into it. If we started sanitizing the place, would they?
I haven't seen any other visitors here.
But with what you know of them, if we called them out by, say, chanting their name and desecrating their space, would they come? Would they? Would they come?
They come when we call them.
Okay. I'm gonna set up the portable hole. get the old artillery stretched out. That's any potions we want to take, any things we want to set up. If we have a way to call them, Wayne,
Of course.
right? Bait the snare, set the trap, clean kills. What kind of prep do we want to do?
Alex says, if the berserkers could just give me a minute, like as soon as the hags show up, I could pop out the tower and knock them all back against the wall. And then as soon as I collapse it, then they could all run in and clean up. I don't know. Maybe we should just let them do their fighting thing. And then I like my tower. She says that in a silly voice, like, you know.
I don't think dropping it on our allies should be plan A, but keep in mind battles are dynamic.
We could draw a chalk mark on the floor so that then we know as soon as a big X, and as soon as the hags walk into the X, we say, hey, hags, go stand on that X. That wouldn't work.
I mean, we'll keep the tactic in mind. Maybe. We don't know where to stand. I mean, I would say they said there's chairs and tables and things. It looks like there's places where they would hang out, right? So, keep that. Maybe have the berserkers all line up at the top. I'll get in the portable hole. Oh gosh, really anywhere. I'll be centrally located in the middle. Like here with the portable hole in the ceiling.
The tower is 20 by 20, so I mean, I think the room's 30 wide. So really, we could all just be lining the walls and not have it touch us. Oh, whatever. Anyway, we'll do what we do.
The only real problem with the tower is consistent obstruction of line of sight. Right? Depending on which direction it gets pushed, like it divides our ability to cross the battlefield.
Yeah, it would be best to just do a one round. Just do the minimum time possible. It'd be nice if I could close it up the same round, but I can't. It's two separate actions.
Just mechanically, like a pure mechanical, if you shut me off from my target on the first round, I lose 4 attacks.
Right. So maybe it would be better if it was like third round, which doesn't make sense because then the berserkers would be all up in the fight. So yeah, maybe not this time.
I mean, we'll see. There's 3 of them. Like we'll see how the environment develops.
All right, places then, huh?
Right. Night hags. I still don't feel like we've pulled up any information on what to expect from them.
There was a prompt for Arcana and or history about them.
Yeah.
See a follow through there.
Oh, I rolled a fucking 4.
Well, there we go.
I think Chippy rolled something Arcana, but that might have been for something else.
Yeah, Chippy rolled an Arcana way back when, but I can't remember what it was for.
I think it was for trying to figure out the magic that would make this clone.
No, it was after that because it was
31.
after my 4. But go ahead.
Okay. So
31, so I think it was better than the last roll.
all right, so with an Arcana like that, we're gonna know that hags are a representative of things that are evil and cruel. They all have powers, spellcasting, they can polymorph themselves, take appear as other people. They like cursing and hurting and being selfish and spreading evil and they can come together in groups to form a coven. Whenever
The one we met before was able to cast some spells.
and when they're in a coven, they have additional magics available to them. So covens themselves are dangerous.
Let's call them one at a time.
Could we maybe, before we call them, take a break?
Was gonna do the 8 o'clock here. It's coming up shortly. We can certainly do that. The kids mentioned knowing their names, but being afraid to mention them. But we will take that moment to pause and tell those at home and watching we will be back shortly. So catch you in about 10 minutes.